And as you can see, here we are. Sorry, just keep loading up all my windows. And as you can see behind me is the very first rainbow scale that I've missed. We've got 2 left. And at the end of the last episode, we couldn't get them all. We really struggled. So there's one. Ooh. Fortunately, the other one, I believe, is down here. I did spend some time looking off camera because I was getting really frustrated with the fact we couldn't. Ooh.
I see you have found the rainbow scales that were scattered across the land. As a reward for your ingenuity, I give you a special Bunyip gift. The resilience of a great warrior. May you battle well.
What is that? But nothing happened. What does that mean? What do you mean? Well, there we are. We have gained the resilience of a great warrior. Apparently. So, we'll see what that is. Yeah, at the end of the last episode, we struggled to get those last 2, and I spent a lot of time searching for them just before starting stream, because I wanted to make sure I had them and that we can get them. We also gained a few new rangs. We got the Zappy Rang. Ooh. We also got our Kaboomerangs. And the Chronorangs. We're not entirely sure what the Chronorangs do. Oh! Oh, that's new. Oh, is that what it is? Is that what you get? So if you look in the top left corner, my face shouldn't be covering that. You can see I have 2 paws now. You only had 1 before, so clearly that's what you get for collecting all of those rainbow scales. The resilience of a warrior is having more health, basically. But yeah, today is a collectathon, which means we are going to be relying heavily on this guy, the Infarang, which will make loud noises to help us find all the invisible boxes. And so that's what we'll be doing. So welcome along for the journey. Thank you so much for tuning in. I see we've got 12 viewers with us. Thank you so much for tuning in. Good to see you. So why not drop a like or give us some conversation in the comments. Would love to chat to you.
This Billabong has
already I've got noises going on. We don't need to collect anything else because we've got... Oh gosh, that's weird. That shouldn't be happening there, I don't think. But we have all the Thunder Eggs, all the Golden Cogs we already have, so we don't need to worry about collecting opals. We just need to collect those boxes and follow the sounds they are making. Doesn't mean we can't appreciate some good music though, nonetheless. Right. Okay, so there's one, but I can't get that yet because that's around there. Any others around here? I'm hearing 2. I don't think they're near here. I think that's just the sun. Right. You can see there's one there. Another one that feels like it's like on my left. So that's that one, I think, that I'm hearing. So how many are there in this one? 7. We've got 1 so far. Problem is, again, like levels like this, they end up actually being like just big loops, which means that you can't actually... Oh, there it was. I saw that then. Which means that you can sometimes hear them in like the next part of the stage, not the current one. And that gets really confusing on that. There we go. We've got 2. So let's see where we go. Now I can hear this one. Now I believe this is up here. Yeah, there it is. Oh, there was a graphical glitch. Come on. This is level 1. Playtesters. What happened there? Kill the baddies. Once again, check over this area because I can see. I thought I saw one over there, but again, that's what I mean. This level's like, oh, a loop. So it's hard to tell where they are, if they're actually in your immediate vicinity or whether they're somewhere else. again, you could be on the other side of that wall. Yeah, there's Julius. Don't really care about you. There you are. Oh gosh. You came as a bit of a surprise there. Right, there's bound to be one like over here, surely. This is like a secret area. Like a backtracky area. So there's one up there, I see that. Sounds like maybe there's one over here. Oh, yeah, there it is. Boom, there's one. Hello. Oh, wow, they just like faint at that. Jeepers. Bunyip powers! Everybody die. Go in the water, I think that gives them power. Okay. So where is it? We've got one over there. There we go. How many are we at? I didn't actually look then, I thought I was looking at 6.
It's a bit.
Boom, there they are. Yeah, but I don't really care about the Thunder Egg. Feels like I should get it. What game do I think I'll play when Ty's done? That is a very good question, Stephanie. I honestly don't know. As I say, we've got the shady part of us. We've still got that puzzle game to do. And without a PS5, it becomes very hard to know exactly what I should play. Because all the new games that I want to play are on a PS5. So I don't really know. Okay, so it's not here. It's further back. Yeah, so I don't really know. I'll have to have a real think about it. I might do... I don't know if I'll do Minecraft or not, whether I'll just keep that as a game for myself. It's really popular though, so I'm kind of tempted to do some Minecraft. But... Like, because this was a retro game for me. This was a game that I loved from back in the day. So that's why I wanted to do it. And I saw they had a HD one. They are actually releasing a HD version of the second game at some point for the next gen console, so when that comes out I'll be very excited to play that. But right now I honestly don't know. I need to really think about what I'll do next, because you know, it's a big decision. I don't know. Right, we've got them all. Yeah, 7 out of 7. Great. Well, I appreciate that you're saying that you'd watch Minecraft. It's just whether I play on the server that I'm playing on or whether I build my own world and we start from scratch. Because I'm on a Mac, I can't really do modded Minecraft like Sin's been doing. And so... yeah, I don't know. I'd have to have a think about it and see. But yeah, there may be... Oh, I've pressed the PS button. My bad.
Oh, the smell.
Hey, Vanessa. Good to see you. You haven't missed too much, no. We just collected the last 2 rainbow scales and got an extra portion of health for doing that, as you can see by the 2 paws in the top left. And we just collected all of the invisible boxes in the first level. So we've got a good amount to go. How many have we got in this one? 6. So yeah, we're just doing our collectathon, and we're just seeing... Oh yeah, there we go, one right off the bat. They are quite hard to see. They're very, like... They're a good level of invisible / not invisible.
G'day, Ty. Our good friend Shazza can get herself in.
Because there's also a bunch of trophies to get, which I haven't looked at how you get them all yet. So we may end up doing a slightly different collectathon. Again, depends on how long this takes and how long it takes me to beat the final level. Doing a collectathon to really, not just 100% the game, but 100% the trophies as well. Just to stretch it out, because why not? But we'll see. Oh, there's one, I hear it. Oh, hello. Bye-bye. I can hear you over in this direction somewhere. And that's at the end of the level there. So that's the thing. Again, these levels are big loops, so it's really hard to tell. Yes, for trophies, PS is nice. It gives you trophies for it as well. Yes, no, it's absolutely true. So we may very well do trophies. Like, I think I can get one of the trophies at the end of this one, because I think I know what it is. I think you have to hit Shazza with a flamerang, because it's a flaming dingo, which is, you know, I believe some kind of Australian slang, or so-called Australian slang. Yeah, water slides. So there won't be any down here. We just rush to the bottom. Don't need to worry about the opals because we've got them all already. Ouch. Oh, I hear that. Yeah, I had a feeling that... Oh, ow. My boomerang flew at the other side. I had a feeling there might be one, like, near here. I can hear you, but where are you? Where on earth are you? Okay, don't appear to be in here. Clearly they are, again, like somewhere near there, but on like the other side of it. Oh, come on. Right. Okay, so we've got to probably do that waterfall bit again. Oh, hello. Hello, hello. New like. Steffi, thank you for the like. Really appreciate it. I forget what the sounds my things are, so I always have to check on OBS what it is, because I forget which ones I'm associated with. I think there's another like. Thank you, Vanessa, for liking it. Oh, your name's quite long. My banners weren't made for that. But that's okay. Thank you so much, guys, for dropping a like. Really helps. The only reason I thought to jump out of that water slide was because we had to do that already to collect the building. Oh yeah, leeches. I forgot about you. Right, there's one over here. I remember you, because I remember seeing you going, oh, I can't get you yet. When I could have done the whole time, but I just didn't have the infrarank. The infrarank's not, ouch, mandatory. That hurt. Oh, and there's another one. You're mine. Thank you very much. Come on, let me out. Let me out. The other one's over there. Dang it. Here we go. Up. Boom. There we are. We are on 3 of 6. Flower. Stephanie, you learned what that flower was recently from a video game we were playing. Well, not from a video game we've been watching on the Game Grumps. Yeah, there's one. See that? Get an extra life. Can't hurt. I mean, I think we've only died like twice in this game. 2 or 3 times we died. There we go. We've got the ones in the cave. I'm just going to check this way. I don't think there's an extra one this way, but, you know, you've got to check every nook and cranny for these sort of things. Oh no, so this is literally where I've just been. Okay, fine. Keep on the stones, it means I can go faster. Here we are. Oh, come on. Oh, Stephanie, you've forgotten what it is. I believe the idea, because it's a plant that like eats things. It eats like flesh. But I believe the idea is they're allergic to Tasmanian tigers. I think that's how this game justifies it. I think. And so that's why you can like get around it. Oh gosh, I've already lost all the health in one of my paws. I need to collect some pie when I next see it. Oh, I hear that. Yeah, there it is. I hear you. Oh, that's very loud. That's very close to here. So this is like one of the, near the last section. There should be 3 near here. Yep. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh no, that's an open thing. Didn't want that, but hey ho. That's fine. Yeah, that's the turkey, but I don't care about the turkey. There's one. There it is. Lovely. Kill the frills as we go. Right. How many are we at? We're at 5. We've got 1 left. And I think I heard it because I saw it right at the beginning, I think. You can actually see this from the beginning. Ow. Desperately need that. That's what I need. Ow! Give me pie. Thank you. There it is. I hear it. The infrarank does definitely make it easier that it like beeps to know, and it's like Marco Polo kind of noises. Here's Shazza. Can I flamerang her and will I get a thing for it? Hot dingo! But what is that noise she makes? That doesn't sound like her at all. That clearly sounds like something they've done like later in post-production because oh crap, we didn't get a sound for her. There it is. I hear. Oh yeah, I think it's gonna be there, isn't it? I hear you. Where are you? There you are, you're behind the waterfall. That's very sneaky. Because that even blocks the infrarang's like point of sight. Cool. There we are then. Portal out of here is back here, I believe. And as we're this close to the end, we might as well take the portal. So yeah, I think there are a few challenges in this game in terms of trophies that are very similar to Hot Dingo, where it's just, you just kind of have to know you need to do that. So hopefully that will settle it and we'll just be able to look through the trophy list and it'll tell us what we need to do. That would be ideal. Right, shipwrecks. Not looking forward to this one because this level is quite large. Took us ages to find the flipping golden cogs in this one. But thank you, Vanessa. We are doing really well. But I appreciate you guys sticking by me to keep me company during this. Whoa. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Shut it. I can't believe that was an oversight, that the sound effect plays while in the opening cutscene. Because like suddenly in a level like this, I can hear 3 really close by. Wow, 3 in this area, jeepers. Okay. We're at 3 of 9 already. Nice. Nice.
Die!
Yeah. Let's go explore the islands and find some things. Oh, I don't care about you, seductive seahorse. She whispers and says, "Hey, Ty." You're just like, no, you're a seahorse. I'm into dingoes, apparently, as a Tasmanian tiger. Apparently, ow! Right, so I'm not hearing any noise here. No, I don't want to. Doing my own thing. You. So I know there are a lot of invisible boxes in that secret area that we found, but I want to make sure there's none around here. I'm not hearing any beeping, so I'm not sure. Oh yeah, there's the shark area. So the level's not actually that big. It just feels big because there's a lot of like paths under the water. That's it. I don't want to hear another word out of you. Oh, there's one. I see it. And the problem is as well, when you're underwater, it auto switches to your aqua rank, which means you can't. Means you don't see any of it, or you it doesn't ring for you. Boom. Number 4. But I hope you've had a good week, Vanessa. Steffi's and mine have been very, very busy, so I hope you're doing okay as well. There's one up the top there. She may be automated, but I demand better. And why is that tie like? Oh, there it is. It is now glowing. Right, so nothing new really from over here, except there's a life, which I'm just going to get for the sake of it. Because it's so easy to farm lives in this game. You literally just go back into the level and you can farm lives. Same with Rainbow Cliffs. Okay, so there's one up the top there. The thing is that going to be... Yeah, I think that's on that cliff, so that I have to go into the ocean bit to get, I think. Is there one over here, though? That's the mission. Oh, no, I remember how to do this now. Coconuts, thank you. There it is, I see it. Ooh. Bite you in the butt. Luke, thank you so much for joining me, Luke. Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for the like, appreciate it. Good to have you on stream with us, my friend. But that's it. It's been pretty good. I learned a seminar from colleagues, performed well. Enjoying restaurant, home cooked meal or dinner. Steffi knows more. Fabulous. That sounds great. Well done. Always nice. Steffi had a presentation earlier this week with colleagues, which she was really nervous about because her senior wasn't there, so she was on her own. But she did a really, really good job as well. So, well done. And Luke, thank you for sharing the stream as well. Appreciate it, my friend. Good to have you with us. But yeah, well done, Vanessa. Well done. It's always difficult leading seminars or presentations and stuff, particularly when you're not 100% if you're not 100% sure if it's your first time doing it, or whatever, I know it can be daunting. I don't know if it was your first time or not, but regardless, well done. Because it doesn't matter whether it's your first time or your 100th time. The fact you did it is good. Ow, I hit you. What are they called? Barracudas? Is that what that's called? Those things? Right, so I think this is the last... No, not the last one at all, but there are more around here. I see you up there. Is that the only one? Ah, in the trees. I thought I heard a second one, but that one's further away, so I didn't know why that was so loud. There we go, let's grab this one. That should take us to, what, 8? Boom. Yeah, 8. So we've got one left, which I reckon will be in the last area. That's my guess. So let's get on with it. Let's get to that last area. Yeah, those dinner DIY kits. Steffi's been talking a lot, Vanessa. She saw on your Facebook, I think, the burger one you did, which looked, I have to say, incredible. So I think we're definitely going to have to do that as a treat for like date night, because obviously we can't do typical date night of going out for meals at the minute. So I think that would be, I think that would be really good for us to do. Any you'd recommend, Vanessa? Yeah, are there any you'd particularly recommend, Vanessa? Because we're pretty good at like finding our own meals to cook and stuff, which are obviously great, and that's a really good thing to be able to do. But we also, it would be good for us to be able to find... Yeah, it'd be good for us to find some other things that we can, like some ones that we can do for date night stuff. Yeah. So if you have any recommendations, we'll take them. Boom, there we are. Lovely. Right, so I reckon it's going to be around the bit where the fountain is. Either there, it's going to be up top. Get out of the water. Not seeing any or hearing any. I recommend it. Dirty Bones is a bit more complicated to follow, though we also get our timings wrong. But their Mac Daddy tasted good as patty and bun options. Meatieri Goldsmith Robinson kits. Friends have also recommended Dishoom Bacon Naan Roll. Ooh. Otherwise, I think just going to the restaurant you could already like the good food. Yeah, there was a place I really liked in Hammersmith when I used to work there. I can't remember what it was called now. I went there a couple of times with friends, and they had like, it was like bacon, cheese, naan thing. I can't remember what it was called or what else was in it. It had like tomato chutney and stuff like that, and it was honestly sublime. But it's one of those really indie, slightly hipstery things that you would never think to do. But it tasted amazing. I'd love to see if they do anything. We'd love to do pizzas, but don't have a pan that can get hot enough in the oven. Yeah, we're similar. We don't have a hot pan for we don't really have a hot pan for pizzas at the minute. I hear you. Are you up top? The problem is, it's one of those things with house stuff, isn't it? There's always another thing you could get, and so the problem is, it's like it's fighting over the stuff you need versus the stuff you want. So it's like, yeah, we'd love to have a pizza dish of some kind, but we'd also know that we need to like replace a light bulb here or there or whatever it might be. Now I can hear you. Where are you? Ah, right below me. There you are. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Another level. There we go. So, I wish I could view... What does it say about the... You use the invention effect for time field around Cass's henchmen, causing them to slow down. But it doesn't tell me... I wish I could do this and go through, like, all the levels. But yeah, you can see we're doing very, very well for ourselves. Right, on to the second set of levels. Here we go. What's my overall completion right now? Let's find out. Apparently still 98%, which I don't quite understand. Because it was 98% before we collected any of the pictures and stuff. So, it's good, but I don't understand how they can calculate percentage. I don't know whether the pictures count towards percentage and whether they're actually just a bonus. Because they very well may be a bonus, which I'm okay with. Because I think it's just like art and stuff you get, but that's fine. I still forget I always have these suits that I can use. So let's... Bridge on the River Ty. This one's going to be a pain.
There's nothing quite like...
Yeah, there it is right off the bat. There you go, there you are. Unfortunately, I can only hear one. It's weird when you say... Because I always associate ruples with... not ruples. Opals with red. And I think in the future games... Yeah, I think in the future games they only use red ones, and the idea is that they are just like normal. They're just the currency. They're just plain red opals. Whereas I think in this game the idea was each one had different elements attached to them. Yeah, I think you're right, Vanessa. I think it's the idea that it'll probably just go anywhere between sort of... Those percentages will just be like, oh, it's point something, and they just don't tell you that point something. You can hear something, but again, I don't know whether it's because this level loops. Just having to bite them because I need to keep my infrarangs out, really. It's the flamerang you're meant to use on these bozos. But it's easier to... I did hear one. I heard one. It felt like it was over there, but I bet it's like behind the rocks or something crazy. How many do we have in this one? Because we've already got a couple. We've already got 16 out of 20. We've only collected like one more. Because we saw a ton when we were here the first time round. And you were all bamboozled by how easily I was able to see them. Right, so I hear you up here. Yeah, you're coming from over there, aren't you? Very loud. There you are. Here we are. There's another one. Don't care about you, Julius. Right. How many have we got to find now? So what I actually want to do is I want to head back and see whether that one that was earlier was still... I don't know whether it would have been that one specifically. Let's just go around and see. We've got 3 more to get. Good thing is the enemies don't respawn in this game, so once you kill them, they do stay dead. So let's see. Because again, I got most of the invisible ones here. they weren't hard to get. You've got this area over here. You've also got that area. I don't know if I'll need to get. Oh, hear one in the distance. Oh, hang. Come on. Because I thought I got most of the ones over here. Ah, there's another one here. There's a few here. I thought I got most of the ones that were here.
You shouldn't.
But clearly I missed a couple. I mean, they are hard to see, but I did think I got most of the ones that were here. Have I got to fight him again now? Right, where's my flamerang?
Oh!
Yeah, I think I'm going to fight him again. I just want to... Come on, you silly guy. Yeah, I think he does have me. There we go, because otherwise it doesn't count if I can get behind him. There we go, your chest done. Yeah, you didn't wanna kill me or whatever, you're just a bad lizard or something. I don't know. Ooh, there's two here, so I think these might be the last two. Yeah. I thought I'd got these, but maybe not. Boom, I believe that is all 20 for this level. Done and dusted. That's what we like. Ploughing through this. Maybe we'll even get to the boss battle today. Who knows? I mean, it is 22:06, and we've only just done the first of these ones. And we've got another 5 to go. Oh no, this is Outback Safari, and I don't know if there are going to be any in this one.
This.
I'm not convinced there'll be any here because... No, there won't be because there'll be no way of collecting them. So, that's another level down. Come on! There we go. We're doing well. We're doing well, ladies and gentlemen. Again, I'm just going to take this time to say hello. If you're new to the stream, you're most welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are playing through some good old-fashioned ties, doing a bit of a collectathon. If you haven't already, give this video a like or give us a follow. Why not? And, you know, jump in the comments. We'd love to chat with you, help the time fly by. But either way, even if you're just stopping by for a bit, it's great to have you. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Check out these
Oh, there we go, more noises. Okay, this level is also a bit of a pain from what I recall in terms of collectathoning. So, let's see what we can do. Right, there's one over there that I see. I feel like there's one behind the house. Yes, you're awful with your children, I remember. There you are. Boom. There we are. First one of 24. Oh no. Oh goodness gracious me. One good thing I can rely upon though is that they aren't going to be like, this level doesn't loop back on itself. So if it says they're here, it means they are actually here. I just saw one over here. Oh yeah, there it is. Over there. Oh, come on, Tom. Get your aim better. Right, there we go. 3. Now I can still... There's one down there that I can hear and see. Let's go for this one. Boom. There's more around here. I think there's lots of Come on, you frills. Get out my way. I can hear you. Boom. Okay. I can hear them. There's one. I see that in the sky there. Come on, die everyone. Get out of my way. Now I can hear you. Where are you? Alright, we're over this way. Hold it to my ear. There you are. It's good that it's actually in stereo. So you can actually, like, hear kind of where it's coming from. Yeah, so there's going to be one over here, so I've got to quickly switch to my flamerangs. Break through all of this. Let me just hit you with this. Boom. There we are. More for any more around these parts. Ow! Right, I can hear that one to my left. Well, Vanessa, I do now have the advantage of being able to hear where they are, thanks to the stereo in my headphones, which really helps. But sometimes you can catch them in the right light and you can spot them, but other times not so much. There's so many. That's the other thing. In this one, there are so many that I'm like constantly wanting to make sure I've backtracked enough. One of you seems close. Yeah, that's very... There you are. They're very well hidden, some of them. Like, properly, like, in the trees, but you can't really see them. And yeah. So yeah, proper sonar, Vanessa. Absolutely right. Die, Frills, die. That is right, Frills, you've been defeated. Now you go to Frill Prison. Very few people will understand that reference. That is a reference to Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged series, where he's crushing a milkshake for some reason. And he says, die, milkshake, die. That's right, milkshake, you have been defeated. Now you go to Milkshake Prison. It's very dramatic and very funny. Okay. No, I don't want to go that way. No. That ice is so hard to control. Right, we're going to go down this way and we're going to see what we can find. Oh, I heard you. There you are. Because the problem is when you're on the ice, you can hear it. You can't do anything about it, and then the camera sends you off in the wrong way. Ah! Ooh, I see that over in the distance, and I see a few over that way as well. Nice. Yeah, the fact they're glowing also helps, not just the sonar, but when I look through my scope, they actually, like... I'm just going to kill all these guys first, get out of my way. Here we are. Perfect. Positioning. There's another one over there. Lovely. Guys, go out my way. Cool. There's another one close by as well. There it is. There's another one. I thought it was a Simpsons reference. I show Bob excuse. It's German. Yes, that is another reference. It very well may have been that reference. I don't know what Steffi was referencing or whether she was literally just saying die, Phils, die. It could have been any of those, to be fair. But yes, you're absolutely right, Steffi, because there are so many, it does make it easy to find them to start, because they just seem like they're everywhere. But it's when you get later on, it becomes harder, because suddenly you've whittled down all of the obvious ones. So I'm now going to collect all the ones that are around this area. Yeah, I figured you wouldn't be referencing anything. You very rarely do. That's not to be mean, that's just because you're not into the same gaming pop culture. Or, like, anime nerdy pop culture that I am, so I understand. It's fine. I just read it and instantly took it as a reference, which is, again, very me. Right, so the next one's over here. Boom. Another one over here. There, good. Right, hear you. There you are. I love that the sound does immediately stop if you break them, because you just get this. Unless it's musical based. Yeah, that's true actually. If there's a musical pun or something, you'll probably get it, or a musical reference, you'll get it. Like all the Hamilton puns and things that were coming out on a lot of my internet shows because it was just that popular. It was just everywhere. Right. Oh, there's you. Right, where are we at? 19. We've only got 5 left. Let's do it, shall we? What's that? I thought I saw something then. Nope. Cool. Now, the problem with this, there are multiple directions you can go. And this is where we got lost with that box that we couldn't find for ages. Because I imagine we're also going to see them on the contraptions. Yeah, you can buzz off. Right. Nearly there. Oh, there was one. Yeah, I hear you. Is there one in the cave? Nope. Hear that? There you are. Really? Oh, that was very close. Almost jumped off the edge then. Although I'm now going to jump off the edge. Travel up these things and see if they take me near any. How many are we on now? 20. So we've got 4 more to get. Keep your eyes and ears peeled, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I don't like the sound of those saws. This level was always going to be the hard one. Where are we? Boom. I mean, there very well may have been some near the beginning that I missed because there were so many at the time. Ow. I thought I missed that then. No. Oh, really? Good thing I have that extra set of life now. Flip. Can't hear anything at the moment. No, I can't either. Up here, I can't actually hear much. Which is surprising. So my wonder is if there's more up, not at the top, but near the bottom, actually. Maybe I missed some down that direction. Ow. Oh, come on! Visibility frames, I'm going to take you. I don't hear anything or see anything for that matter. Now this was where a normal box was hidden. Just here. So I wondered whether there'd be an invisible box here, but apparently not. Right, let's see if it's up this bit. See, the depth perception in this is weird when it comes to these saws. Sometimes you're fine, and then other times like, oh no, you actually missed that, or you hit just the edge of it. I think technically your jump is actually high enough to get over it when it's at full height, but they just... it's to like scare you into... like there, so you can actually jump over it at full height, but it's to scare you into not doing it. Yeah, and running into the side of it, I mean. No, come on, Tom. We're about to die. Let's not do this now, please. Oh, I can hear something, though. Can't tell if that's just to my right. No, I think it's just that I'm hearing. Ooh. It didn't like that. Whatever it was I did or didn't do, it didn't like that. Get to that arena section. I don't actually know how you're supposed to get there. I think I go from this bit. There's that arena that I had to fight in. I wonder whether there's one or two there. How many are we at? 20. Yeah, we're 4 short. We'll just have to see. This is going to be like the one that trips me up and makes this really difficult, isn't it? There's not going to be any underwater because you have the up. You're not going to find them underwater. I'm not hearing anything, but I'm going to do it anyway. let the Mega Rang do its work. That's my infra rang. Okay, we're going back down. I have a feeling there'll be spots I missed. But let's see. Oh, is he still yelling? I don't know if you can hear that through the microphone, through my mic or not. But yeah, our upstairs neighbour has had a very bad couple of days of gaming. So he's yelling and swearing a lot, which is just not nice for anyone really, but... I can hear things, but I don't know where. Oh, I hear that. Where am I? Sounds like it's coming from there, and if I look at the map, go round to get to it. Getting quieter, but I think that's because it's around here. Here again. Yes, here we go. And there are baddies here, which is always a good sign, because that means I haven't been here. There's another one. Is that going to be past there? The rangs. Behind this thing. And I can hear the last one. So they're all in this beginning bit. Yeah, I can hear you. I don't care about you.
Here I am.
Up this way for sure. There you are, in the tree branches. And that, ladies and gentlemen, I believe is 24. Booyah! At least that wasn't as much backtracking as when I had to flip and get that last box. Jeepers, that took me way too long. I mean, that level alone took me 20 minutes, but that's fine. We've got 3 more levels to search for them for, and then we have got them all, I believe. Although it looks like there's a lot that's going to be in the last one, because we're only at 100. One minute. I just want to check something, because I've been exiting the levels rather than... I've been exiting levels as opposed to actually reaching the end point, but I don't believe that makes a difference. I'm just going to jump into one and exit it, and just I'm going to jump into it and check the stats. Yeah, okay, so it does still count even if I just exit rather than finding the exit. Brilliant. Okay, just wanted to check that because we didn't want to have wasted all that time. Right. Okay, so I found out that these are all named things. So this is like Pili Beach or something like that, and then the other one is called Burra Lake or something like that. So all the areas have names, but they're not signposted anywhere. They're just referred to as that in all the guides, which is really unhelpful. But I've not used a walkthrough so far because with the info rings you don't need it, so that's been good. It means I don't have to keep referring to it. What's on your bucket list? Bucket list for what? This year in general, or just in life? What's on my bucket list?
Oh,
And Vanessa too. What's on your bucket list? I suppose as well. Yes, we know. Right, how many did we get? Oh no, we got them all on this one. Nice. Got them all. Just in life. Bucket list. I don't really know. I've never been one of those people to be like, I've got places I want to travel, but I've never really had anything that I've sat and gone, I want to achieve this or do this. I just want to live a good life. Basically. But yeah, I don't really know. Don't really know what I want to... Like, I want to go to Japan. That's massively on my bucket list because I've always wanted to go, and I had a real itching recently to travel and do stuff. And Japan's just one of those places where I'm just like, it would be amazing to get to go. It would be amazing to get to go to Japan, I think. So yeah, that would be, I consider a bucket list. But I don't know whether I have anything else in particular. I don't think I bothered getting... Oh, I got a 10 already. We got 29 to get in this level.
Here I am.
How about you, Steffi? What's on your bucket list? I don't like the cross mechanics particularly. The fact that you don't do any like actual damage. Yeah, more travel than anything. Go to Africa and Disney. Disney World is definitely on my bucket list to go and do. I'd love to do it before we have kids, just because I think, you know, once you have kids, it's going to be fun to get to, and it is going to be fun to get to go with them. But I want to enjoy Disney World without kids, because I remember going when I was 8 and loved it. But I want to do it again as an adult now that I'm big enough and enjoy rides and roller coasters and kind of understand everything a bit more. I'd love to do that again. I'm gutted that I was made redundant before I got a chance to use my Disney pass. I used to have a Disney pass with work, where I got free entry into all the parks across the world, which was, you know, incredible that I got that kind of option. But never actually got to use it because obviously COVID happened, which, you know, was just great fun for everyone. And then I got made redundant as well, so I didn't I was kind of holding out to hope that I'd get it after that, but I'd get to go after. COVID kind of went away, and, you know, we were all kind of hoping that COVID wouldn't last as long as it did. But c'est la vie. But yeah, I do want to do Disney World, and want to find like a cost-effective way of doing it though, because if you do look now, the tickets have actually gone up by like a lot. It used to be something like £300 and something for tickets, I think. Yeah, it was like £300 and something for 2 weeks at the Disney World parks. But now it's like 500 because obviously they've made such a loss with COVID. They have upped their prices, which is really annoying because obviously it just means that it's now even less affordable. because that therefore is like £1,000 now for your tickets. And then you can probably get your flights for about 300 quid per person, which isn't too bad. So you've got that, but then it's your accommodation and your food that does it, because obviously being there, you want to buy either merch or food and stuff, and that costs a flipping arm and a leg when you're there. But also, you want to, you also want to, you have to pay for accommodation of some kind, because you're either staying in the hotels on site, which are so expensive, or you are not paying for on-site accommodation, but therefore you're having to pay for a cheap Airbnb, because I did look at Airbnbs and there are options, but you also then have to consider factoring in maybe a car and therefore parking, and it's $25 a day to park at Disney World. So you've got to do that and pay for the car itself, which could be, upwards of like $300. And so suddenly it's like $3,000 to go, which it's totally worth it. I totally believe it's a worthwhile cost, but it's a lot of money for. It's a lot of money if you don't have it, or you're not rolling in it as much or whatever. It's very much a special trip, which of course I would absolutely love to do at some point. But I also want to do Japan, and that would cost $3,000. And we want to do Africa, and that would cost $3,000. So we have a tendency to want to do expensive holidays, unfortunately. It's a shame. Sorry, I'm just going to read your comments. Yeah, Disney's so fun without kids. Fingers crossed get to us sooner rather than later. There are 2 vlog accounts we follow for Disney. Okay, interesting. Mike's a real Disney planning buff. If you need tips and tricks, I'll definitely be in contact if we need tips and tricks. Best is probably good. Neighborhood hotel. They're close to the Disney internal bus system. Yeah, flights, food, transport. It gets really pricey. Japan Disney is mind blowing, but Japan itself as well. Now, I'm trying to remember if it's the Japanese Disney World. I think it's not. I think it's the Chinese Disney World. There's a Disney World in China. And that's a weird one, because that was the one that as Disney Plus we didn't get free entry into, because that is a 50-50 ownership Disney to a Chinese private business, basically. Weirdly. It's the one thing that Disney doesn't have full control over when it comes to its licensing, which is where you often start to get the knockoffs, and it's funny as anything. But yeah, Japanese Disney is also brilliant and crazy in itself. But yeah, I want to do one of those guided holidays where they go, yeah, you're going to spend 3 days in Tokyo, where day 1 we're going to take you here, day 2 we're going to take you here, and on the 3rd day is your own. Make sure you're back at this time and we'll get you onto the train to the next hotel in Kyoto, and then that day we're going to take you to the Shrine of Own. There's an optional trip to Mount Fuji, or it's free time, or whatever it is. That's what I want to do, because it means that, I mean, sorry, I'm just listening for these boxes, because the fact is there is a lot to do in Japan, and a lot of things you can so easily miss. So it's I think it's really important to be aware of what there is, and particularly because the language obviously is just so different. I think by having a guided tour, you don't have to worry about language barriers or making sure you're on the right train. You can purely you can just go and enjoy yourself and not have to worry about it. I can hear you, but where are you? Ah, you're there. And that's the thing. I think a guided tour would be the way to do it, because it just means you're not worrying about where things are and what things are and how to get there. You can just kind of do. Right, so there's one in that direction. Give me a sec. Yeah, it sounds like it's on the other side of that wall, which means it's round the corner a bit. Yeah, it's around the other side of this, isn't it? I'm hearing a couple more now. Where was that bit? There was like a hidden bit in the wall somewhere. Where's that gone? And it's exhausting planning yourself, it's true. Mike honestly should get paid by me. Yeah, it's one of those things. It's absolutely... Sorry, I wasn't listening then. It's absolutely worth planning ahead if you can. I do it as well when we went to, for Steffi's birthday, we went to, well, what zoo was it called? What zoo was it? Colchester Zoo. And it's quite a big zoo, but there's a lot of like, oh, that you can feed this at this time, and you can go and see this exhibit at this time, and there's a lot of cool stuff like that, which I really love. But it means you have to plan ahead and plan your route around the park to make sure you actually get to see all the animals and that you get to enjoy everything. So I'd probably be quite good at that. I just need to go and do it. But yeah, Japan I think would be a step too far for me anyway, just because there's obviously such a big language barrier there, and so to like, when you're in the UK or even in places in Europe where you have some understanding of words and language, by being like you can kind of go, oh, so I get on this train at this time and that goes here, and that's relatively simple. Japan, not the same. Japan is not the same. Like, you cannot understand the language just by looking at it. So it's very much one of those things you need to, I would want someone to, at least on my first time. Where are you? There. Yeah, at least on my first time to Japan, I'd want a guided tour, really, of like Tokyo and everywhere. Sneaky. Yes, that's how we do Disney as well. If you plan it out in advance, means you have a chance to see more. Yeah, some people get like really funny about it, going, oh, but you're not like enjoying it, you're not like living in the moment if you do that. And I'm like, I understand what you're saying by saying like, oh, I'm not just enjoying being there, but actually I get to enjoy being there more if I plan it out, because I get to see everything. So yeah, I'm totally with you and Mike on that, Vanessa. Absolutely, 100%. Bye. That was close. Almost. Fortunately, I drank all my water, so there was barely anything in it. Goodness. I need a better place for my glass. There's not really a good place for like drinks in here because my desk is so tiny because of the room. As you don't know, my room is absolutely packed end to end with stuff. Just because I have all this stuff to make this sort of thing work. I think planning it out makes sense for us as well, because it seems so much harder to us to get to what Disney World. Americans might have been for a year. Exactly. And I think, yeah, if you're not visiting it all the time, if you're not like a local thing, then like if you were local, why would you plan it out? Because you go, oh, we can go again, or we know our way around so much, whereas for us, we go, we don't know our way. We don't know what is happening where. So we just need to plan for it. We get deals to go for 2 weeks at the time though. Yeah, well, and that's the thing, Disney World, I know they still and are still doing the 2 weeks for the price of one. They've just upped the price from like 300 quid for 2 weeks to 500 quid for 2 weeks. Something crazy like that. It's insane like what they've done really. But I understand it because they've made such a loss this year. So there's that. Where are we at? 23 or 29. So there's that. So I kind of get it, but yeah. I think we'd want to do it, but it's interesting that you stay on site. Do you like get food and stuff at the hotels, or do you get food in the park? Because I remember when I went as a kid, we got a couple meals in the parks. We went to like Pizza Planet from Toy Story, and I know there's a box there. I'm not getting it just yet though. We also went to I can't remember, Chippendales like had a boat with breakfast and stuff. So we did that a few times, but obviously I was 8, so I don't know like how much things cost. I'm going to imagine a flipping arm and a leg, but I don't know for sure, obviously. So I'd be interested to know how much it was kind of costing, and did you eat actually in the parks? It used to be that we got food included, but that's become, but that's Corona. That's not happened. Yeah, that's the thing, is that if you stay at the hotels, and again, I think that was the case with my Disney pass. My hands are all over the place again. So with my Disney pass, okay, so this is the last one. We'll stop off here. So yeah, with my Disney pass, I got free entry to any park along with 3 guests, which was, you know, quite cool. But then I also got like, I can't remember, something crazy like somewhere between 50 to 75% off the hotels. And therefore, and at the time, as you say, food was included, so you could just go and enjoy, and that was amazing. But not so much anymore. I have to pay full whack now, like a normal person. We're hoping for our honeymoon. It's back. Oh, of course, yeah. I know people that wanted to honeymoon there, but her husband wasn't really into the idea. Our last holiday was about 3k, 2 weeks in May 2018. Yeah, our last holiday was, I think, £1,300, but it was in September of it would have been 2018. And all of our other holidays have been cancelled since, and they've all been staycations anyway, really, which has been gutting, obviously, because I really, really want us to do a holiday. But the problem is Steffi's only just started earning decent money at her job. She's finally in a job where she's actually being paid like what she's worth. But I've now gone freelance, so it means that like every penny I earn is very precious, really. And so it's hard to know, like, at what point do you go, yeah, we're going to do a big holiday and do it, or do you just go, nah, we're not going to. Like, I appreciate that. Going on holiday is really important. Your body needs time to rejuvenate, and you need time to rest. And so that's good, but it's going, well, could you do that in the south of France and cheap, just on the beach, or do we actually want to do one of these expensive holidays? It's really hard. You're probably spending 4k flights, food, hotels, transportation for our winter trip this year. Our last holiday, yeah. And that's the thing. Because our honeymoon probably amounted to about £5 grand to go to Hawaii. Now we ate out every night and stuff, but we were relatively cheap on the whole. We weren't like spending lots of money. We got the cheapest flights, we got the cheapest hotel. We still had an amazing time, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't like we were spending money on lots of nice, very expensive things. You know. And I don't know, I guess, well, holidays are expensive, that's just the long and short of it. But it's always hard to know what you justify, what can you justify, particularly with my work being what it is. Because if I take 2 weeks off, I don't get holiday pay, and my job's not waiting for me necessarily when I come back. I have to spend money on, you know, and so I'm not earning for those 2 weeks at all. It's not a guaranteed income, so it's really tricky. So I guess for freelancers, I think there's the benefit of doing a last minute holiday where you sit there and go, well, I don't need to be, I've earned my month, or I've earned enough for the next 3 months. Like, there's a particular job that I'd really like to get, or a recurring gig that I'd like to get, which if I do, I can work for like 3 months and earn 6 months money, salary, essentially. Which therefore means you go, oh, well, for those extra 3 months after the end of this contract, I don't have to work. So, let's go on holiday then. In one of those 6 months. So as long as you don't mind doing it relatively last minute, you go, well, that month's money, or those 3 months' money is taken care of, so I can take off 2 weeks there. And also, there was one to Cyprus, all-inclusive. Yeah, so ours was 1.3 all-inclusive to Tenerife, and it was lovely. Yeah, Hawaii's expensive. The most expensive thing about Hawaii is the flights and the accommodation. Because we went for 11 days, because it only cost us an extra 20 quid to go for 11 over 10 days. But we did... The flights are like $2 grand for both of you, and then it was about $1 grand for the accommodation for the amount of time we did it for. So that was the expensive thing. The extra bits were like, obviously, tipping's a big... I thought I might have heard something. Tipping's obviously a big thing, so you're not only eating out, which can be relatively expensive, although we found one place that we absolutely adored that was quite cheap. But that's expensive, plus you have to tip everything. Plus, once you're there, you also go, well, we're not going to just not do anything, so we went to the Botanical Gardens, or we went to... we bought some things from the supermarket, so we had snacks and things like that, and we'd also then go, we're going to go and explore... we're going to swim with manta rays or with dolphins, so that costs money, and so that's why it ends up costing about 4 to 5 grand to do Hawaii. And that's if you're budgeting and being very conservative. If not, it can easily go upwards. And that was one island as well. You can get things that allow you to go to multiple islands. Yeah, we bought carrots. We did indeed. We're listening now for some invisible boxes. Because we're only 2 short. Hopefully, we'll have them soon. Because I remember getting one here while we were actually doing it, so I don't know whether there will actually be any here. Oh, ow! I stopped gliding. The question is, will there be any down here or not? Oh, there is at least one down here. Oh no, there's 2 down here. I hear them both. Nice. Nice, we can get the last 2 for this level. Come on, well done, team. This way, apparently. There it is. Boom. 29, baby. Yeah, exactly. You're not going to sit in your hotel, are you? Right, last one of this. Yeah, last one in general, I think, which I'm bemused about slightly, because it says there's 373, but I don't know where you get them then. Might have to look into that. Because there's not going to be like 200 in this level. Yeah, that's the thing. It kept me going while I was at Disney, was that I get to go to Disney. Whereas I now don't get to go to Disney. So suddenly I'm now less motivated. But I've really missed... Like, I'm one of those people that really enjoys holidays where you sit around and do nothing. Typically. So when we did all-inclusive Tenerife, fabulous. Wonderful. Love that. But I think due to COVID and being locked indoors and doing a lot of nothing, it feels like sometimes, I have really grown an appreciation for going somewhere and doing something. So Disney World or Japan or somewhere where you just go, I'm going to go and do, like, have a holiday where I go and do something. So I do actually really want to go and do something somewhere. That's what I'd love to do. How many boxes? Oh, we got all the boxes in this one. Nice. But where are those other boxes then? What on earth? I need to look that up. It has. I need to change that button. My apologies. Thank you for letting me know. Oh, didn't want to pin that. Oh, goodness. Sorry, I hit spacebar. And by hitting spacebar, it muted my mic. I need to change that in the thing. Yeah, beach holidays absolutely do have a time and a place. They do. I remember it was even great when I was a kid. But yeah, the safari at the Animal Kingdom was fantastic. So you can kind of do two birds with one stone. But my parents have gone to South Africa and done one. And I'd absolutely love to go to South Africa and do a proper. Right, well, what's the time? It is past, and we've done all that we can for now. So, do you guys know what that means? It is time to face the final boss of this game. It's over here. Yeah, it is true. African safari would be incredible, but the thing is, once you're there, an African safari is dirt cheap. Like, the food and the accommodation there is dirt cheap. It's just getting there and paying for the accommodation. Like with most holidays, in fairness. Right. Let's save the game, ladies and gents. We're still at only 98%. Here we go. Sly.
Did you take care of our little problem?
I tried, but he's stronger than I thought.
He's stronger than you thought. How hard can it be? He's just a little orange rat.
He has friends. The bunyips are helping him.
What? Then the stakes have been raised. To take over the world, I must have those talismans. I need them to open the portal to the dream time so I can banish all those annoying warm-blooded mammals once and for all. Present company accepted, of course. Well, if our orange friend is so intent on finding the talismans, then I say let him. My metal menace here will take care of him and steal back the talismans to boot. It's so simple, it's brilliant.
Gotta have your villain explaining his evil scheme, of course. Boss Cass setting the scene.
No one has ever come back from this inhospitable place, so tread carefully.
Yeah, I really get that from the music. Oh, this place is awful. No, everyone's died. This game. I love the music, but that is not fitting. Oh, goodness. Okay, that's interesting. I'm not sure I like that. As cool as it is. Ow! Like, as cool as the Chrono Rank is, it slows them down too much. But again, my issue with a lot of the mechanics in this game sometimes is that the Rang's special effects don't do damage; they just do an effect. So the Frosty Rang, when you throw the Frosty Rang, it hits them and freezes them, which is great, but it doesn't actually do any damage. It's not like they unfreeze and die. And that's the thing. If the Chrono Rang slowed them down and then actually did some damage, like, and killed them or something afterwards, that would be much more useful. Because most baddies die in one hit, they weren't going to do that. Oh, okay, ow. Fine, I've got another life. We got our Kaboomerang, so that's just going to take out everything. There aren't any things here, are there? No, Cass Pass hasn't got anything here. We also have our Zappy Rang. We've not tried the Zappy Rang yet. Because that was the new one to get us into this area. So let's see what happens. Here we go. Oh, God. That's just lightning. Fine. Yeah. Nice. There's an extra life down there. I think let's get some pie. I actually want to get down here because there is a light in the corner here. Hey, crocodile. Goodbye, crocodile. Right, here we go. Oh, flames, but it didn't actually like stop what I'm doing. Oh, see what I mean? It just takes out everything in your path. It's brilliant. Plus, I've got extra health, which is always useful. You ran right into that, my friend. Here we go. Is my Facebook still working? My comments still loading. I sometimes have issues. They are. Good. Oh, here we go. Water slides. Whoopsie daisy. So we've got a level before we actually get to the boss, which is a bit annoying because it means that we can't just like skip to the boss. If we were to die, or we have to stop stream for whatever reason. But what time is it? 25-2. I'm sure we'll be fine. We'll figure it out. Woohoo! Spiraling down. Oh, ow. Ow, ow. This is really long, this was. Ow! Didn't see that. I need pie. Give me pie. Ah! That's not fair. Right, gather my bearings. Where the heck am I? Take out your skills, because you're going to be a pain. I might have to take you out with a Zoomerang instead. There we go. We are done. Right, now I don't have to worry about you. There's a life over here, so we'll take that. They're really loading us up with lives now. Which is always a bit scary when they do that in video games. They start loading you up with lives, you know, like, stuff's about to get real. Oh, here we go. You can do it. I can do it. Thank you. Let's do this. Look at... No, there won't be any invisible boxes here. Because this is the boss level, so as you can see, there's no info for it. So there's no invisible boxes in this level. Why did I do that? That was really dumb of me. I got impatient. So we've just got to worry about getting through the level. Which is good. Let's travel back. Okay, so yeah, we've got to jump onto that one, then onto that one. I see now. Ah, bam. These boomerangs are like something fierce. Oh, it's out of sync. That's not fair. It means I can kill them. Oh, wow. Just killing them all before I even get there. Right, flames. Out to void, out to void. Go through the middle. You, waiting on you, waiting on you, waiting on you. Run. Whoa! Getting there. Flamethrowers, run. Hello! Goodbye! Pie! I'd like some pie. Let's kaboomerang you all. Hurrah! Oh goodness. Croc-infested waters now. Oh, picnic basket. Yes. Give me pie. I like pie. What's your favourite pie, audience? Let's talk about pie. No, why would you... No! No, 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 no. No, 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 no. My favourite pie... If we're talking about desserts, like sweet pies, I think it would definitely have to be a classic apple pie. My grandma made the best apple pies. Like, you cannot beat my grandma's apple pies. No, that was a mistake. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. And yeah, I think like you can add. I don't mind adding things like rhubarb and custard, or you add things like blackberries or other berries into an apple pie. And that's fine. I'm not offended by that, but you just can't be a classic. Now, steak and ale pie is fine. It's good, and it's a good savoury pie. I'm all for that. But I don't know. I still think, I don't know. Steak and ale pie is good. I think I'd agree. I tend to have pie more as a dessert than as like a main course. Apple and cinnamon is classic. That's absolutely true. But I'm also big. I like a creamy pie actually. If I'm gonna have a savoury pie, I actually also quite like having a chicken and bacon pie. Chicken, bacon, and mushroom pie is like a really solid choice. I want that life. Ah, there are mines. There are mines. I did not realise there were mines. Ah! Whoa, well that killed him. That's helpful. Thank you. They keep loading me up with pies and health and stuff, so it's a sign of what's to come for sure. Ow! That wasn't fair. I was meant to bite the thing, and he didn't bite the thing. You. Because this looks like a sort of, I don't know, like a berry pie, like a blueberry. Oh no, I couldn't glide because I didn't have my thing. This looks like some kind of blueberry pie. I think like, yeah, sweet pies are very common, aren't they, in like the States? So this is probably influenced by that, and like a blueberry pie or something.
This is
Yeah.
it, Ty.
This is
You're
it.
about to enter Boss Cass's lair. There's a lot of strive ahead, so do your fair dinkum best to make it through in one piece, okay, Ty?
Again, the music
No
doesn't
worries.
sell it.
What's the matter, Maury?
Sorry, mate. I've just got something in my eye, that's all.
Ah, she'll be right, mate. She'll be right.
Good luck, Ty. Good luck.
Fair dinkum. Let's go. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. And I think it's time for a skin. It's not a skin we've used. It is time for the Doom Ranger. It's our ultimate outfit, and we are going to defeat Boss Cass, finally! Let's do it, ladies and gentlemen. Goodness gracious me. Okay, here we go. Oh wow, that worked. Didn't intend for that to work, but it did. If you just stand there in the distance, you are going to get pummeled. Is this saying, right, it's swimming time? I'm just going to use like all my skills. We are swimming. I feel like if there's lava like that, I feel like this water would be very hot. Is that true? Germans aren't pie people, so I didn't grow up with them. I didn't realise you were German. I mean, your last name, that makes sense, but I know a lot of people called Schneider that aren't Germans. That does make a lot of sense. It's very interesting. Pumpkin pie splits the difference well. It's earthy tasting. I've never had a pumpkin pie because, again, I always feel like that's a really American thing to have, like Halloween-y, autumnal flavours. And I've never been big on like Halloween or anything of that kind of nature. so I've never, like, I've not even had a pumpkin spice latte, particularly where everything closes here. I was kind of, partially that was because I didn't like coffee, but I now do like coffee. And the fact that I'm now here, I now can't go anywhere, means I wasn't really able to try it.
You showed those frills a thing or two.
Yeah, I
By
did.
the way, one of them dropped this.
Talisman! Is that a dingo talisman?
Who dares disturb my slumber?
Who are you?
What are you trespassers doing in my cave?
You're a mammal as well.
Talisman.
Get away from my girlfriend. Oh no.
Boss Cass is going to
Why is Boss Cass your friend? You're a mammal. You're a bat. That makes you a mammal. Why on earth are you guys friends? It's like, because you're a creepy mammal, that means that she's your friend. Okay. Bats. Oh gosh. Okay. I don't know how to deal with that particularly. Who's going to be with this? Oh gosh, that thing started falling on me. Oh wait! I just saw that. Flamerang, surely. Yeah, there it is. So, switching for all the rangs. You get back here! Get back with my hot dingo girlfriends! Oh, I see. Yeah, okay. So I hit that. That then activates this and pushes me up to the next bit. Just gonna boomerang my way through. Out of my way, ladies and gentlemen. Does this do something? Is this gonna do something with my zappy rang? I feel like that should do something. It's not, but I feel like it should. Ooh, ow. That throw lizard just was like, just before I... Ow, I keep jumping thinking it doesn't go down again. It does. Ow! I'm sucking at this. How do I get you? How do I get that life? I guess you just have to get it by going... Would you have to jump up and down? Do you climb those pipes? Can you climb those pipes? I wonder. Oh, come on! Can you climb these pipes? No. Okay. I bet you'll have to get that from the next area then. Mechanical, but they did feel a little bit crashy. But I think it gets harder from here because I remember I got stuck here. It's why I've said before I don't think I ever actually finished the game. Oh, I'm gonna die because I don't think I ever actually finished it. Don't come after me, you silly bats. Oh no, really? Oh, come on. This is where all that life collecting comes in handy. Because there was a life over there, but I couldn't figure out how to get it. Bye-bye! Well, I can get you, sure. Oh, wait, is this how you get it? No. But I reckon that is how you get it, eventually. Problem is, I now don't know. Can I get back up? No, that hasn't worked at all. So do I have to now go down here? Yeah, I think I do. Right, how do I get up onto platform again. This is an interesting boss fight though, because there's not like... It's not like, right, you're fighting the boss now. It's like you have to keep travelling to the boss. And that's partially what makes it hard, rather than it just being about the boss itself. Wow, this is insane. It is a bit insane, and a bit tricky. The bats, I don't think, actually hurt me. I think that's just to push me back. So if I'm, like, flying somewhere or hovering somewhere, it means they'll, like, push me back and stop me from landing. So, yeah, I think that one I'd have to get by jumping off. I think, if you look, yeah, there's another bit up there, so I think you have to glide back down to get it. Right, there we go. Checkpoint, thank you. Right, let's get across here. Going out. Oh, come on! The hitbox on this does seem ridiculous. Oh, you didn't... Okay, just doing that thing. Where's the switch? Where's the switch? There it is, I see it. Oh, gosh! Hello! Hello! Ow! Get away from me! What are you doing? Ow! I need my Zoomerang because it's just gonna. It just gets that little bit further. There we go. Got her. Why is this not hurting her? Why can't I just kill her like this? There's that there. I don't know how I'm meant to get that. Right, let's hit you again. Where's my Zoomerang? Trust the Zoomerang. The Zoomerang just gets me that little bit of distance I sometimes need. Hi! Didn't have a chance to kaboomerang you. But you're just standing there, so you'll work. There we are. Oh, goodness. This is insane indeed. Ha, that killed you as well. Amazing. So yeah, I think I'd have to jump down this bit to get that extra life, which I'm kind of tempted to do. Because of what this level's like in a minute. I mean, oh no, it's not this bit, it's the next one. Dang it. Can I get back? No, apparently not. So, I just wasted health to get health. Brilliant. Oh, I hate it when they do that. I need to start using my, this thing, because it freezes time when I do that. So I really should make more use of that rather than trying to cycle through them in real time. It's good if they're quick and close together, like at the beginning of the game when you didn't have many, it was useful. Oh, really? I see that, so I'm already seeing it, so I'm going to try and get that now. There we go. There we go, got her! Booyah! Give me that. I think that's a dingo or something.
Thanks, Possum.
They're all based on Aborigine animals, so I'd go with my. That's my girlfriend, everyone. That's my girlfriend. That's my girlfriend. Now, do I really care about that life? Not really. I really. Okay, how do we do this? How do we get across this bit? Oh, there we go. Oh, there's another life. Lovely. We'll take that. 19 lives, ladies and gentlemen. Where is this flipping... Boom. There we are. Right, here we go. We're getting somewhere. What time is it? 10 minutes. We've got 10 minutes, ladies and gents. Okay, so we've got to try and turn you off. Do you turn off? Ever? There we go. I love they've got signs saying no boomerangs. That's amazing. Clearly they're setting me up for something because there's health and lives everywhere. And this is why I'm very glad we got the rainbow scales. Ooh.
I told you we'd meet again. I'm gonna enjoy this.
It's like Matrix. Oh! Right in the face! Oh!
What? What are you doing? I'm giving you a hand, mate. Let go of me. You're gonna regret this.
Because Ty's a good guy. He couldn't let someone die. Here we go. I think this could be it, guys. There's Big Gorilla. Come on, make it! Yes! Well done, Ty. I think that title says it all, really. Final battle, here we go.
We come face to face. So you're the troublemaker I keep hearing about? Well, this is the end of the line for you, you meddling rat.
Oh god, okay. Things everywhere. Don't know what I'm doing. Kaboomerang, help me. Please. Is that what I'm meant to be? Ow, I've been cornered. Am I meant to be kaboomeranging? Am I meant to be doing something else? What am I meant to be doing? Okay, well I'm safe down here. What am I meant to be doing? Zappy Rang? This doesn't really do anything otherwise. No, it doesn't seem to be Zappy Rang. Frosty Rang? Maybe? But then they just smash and stop. So it doesn't seem to be helping me at all. Other than like the brief moments of like, what am I doing? Right. Okay. It's not really face-to-face to Ghost Castle behind the road. You're absolutely right. Okay, right. What have I got? Because it won't be a techno rank. Because they can't guarantee you've got a techno rank. I feel like the flavor rank is right. Ow, why can't you just do something? Anywhere else I can go? No. Oh, wait. No. Bed. What am I supposed to be hitting? What am I supposed to be doing? They haven't, like, given me anything to tell me what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm almost dead already. Oh. Yeah, that's me dead. There we go, lost a life. Like, they're not giving me any clues. Ow! Zoomerang, maybe? I just don't know. I'm genuinely bamboozled as to what I'm supposed to be doing. The Frosty Rang was doing something, but I don't know if that was doing something because it... I have no flipping idea what I'm supposed to be doing here.
Why, you little. I'm gonna make you pay for that. Hey, 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 hey! Stop that!
Oh no, are you serious? Goodness sake, I need to sort out that sound button. Thank you for letting me know, Steffi.
Ty! You'll need this!
So annoying! What's happening here then?
What are you doing?
What I should have done years ago. I'm giving him a hand. Mate.
Mate!
After all I did for you?
What? Lied to me? Good luck, Ty.
What? That's a sudden character turn!
Tiger.
You beauty!
I need to take that off spacebar, I think. And I'll do that at the end of the stream. Because that's happening too often now, where it's turning up. Because I'm not even in the application, yet pressing spacebar activates it. That's so annoying. Right. Oh, gosh. Oh, goodness. What on earth? Oh, I see. Right, let's go for it then. Here we are. We're controlling the boomerang, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Got to avoid all the problems. These controls are very sharp. Oh, gosh, they are sharper than I anticipated. Ah! Can we do it? Can we do it? Oh, two paths. Take the left. I love that I'm hearing, like, police sirens, despite the fact, like, it's clearly just meant to be an alarm system, but it's very clearly police sirens. Okay, laser beam, avoid. Ooh, skim that. Come on, come on, come on. We're doing so well. I've never got this far in this game, I don't think, as a kid. Oh gosh, that's a tight turn. Ah! That was annoying. I got so far. No, it's not. There is actually... I know what you're saying, Steffi, but there is actually a siren sound that is playing. It's not just the swinging of the boomerang. It's these turns are so, like, sharp. Did you hear that then? Proper, like, police sirens. Alright, come on. We can do this. We can do this. Let's take the right path. I imagine they're going to be identical. It's just to give you a fork in the road to make it a bit more complicated. Also, what is Ty doing? Because how is he controlling this? Because, you know, it clearly needs controlling because it's going through loads of pipes and stuff. But how is he controlling it? Because there's no, like, remote or antenna on it. But also, at this moment, Boss Cass could be doing anything to him. Or, like, you know, the frills could be killing him or something. Because right now, he is literally just stood there. Like, waiting for this thing to do its job. Oh, these controls are so sharp. This is a tight corner. No! Dang! It's inverted, and I do not like inverted controls. I don't like down to go up and up to go down. Dang it, come on. We're nearly there. And I don't want to stop now because even though we've hit our 2-hour mark, I don't want to stop. I want to beat this level now. Because we're so close. I think this is going to be the last bit. There's the sirens again. And the left. Let's try and do some smoother turning. Smoother analog controls. There we go. I just have to be more controlled with my movements rather than going for quick sharp turns. And there's a train sound there. Cool. There's a laser. Let's give him the laser. Yeah, I was doing really well. It's unfortunate, but we're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. Right, here comes the tight corner that I always mess up on. There we are. We've made the tight corner, ladies and gentlemen. It's because when you turn on the analog stick, you obviously also kind of go up and down. There's the police sirens. You can't stop me. You can't stop me, copper. Oh my word. Oh my word. Oh ho ho, Nelly. Oh, Black Void. That looks good. Did we do it? I guess so, because it's a loading screen. Get all the things 100%, ladies and gentlemen.
Bonza!
Boss Cass Smack. I guess that's true. I guess the pictures don't count to 100% completion. We will do it anyway,
Talismans
but
are
I guess
back
it doesn't
where they
technically
belong.
count.
Order is restored, and chaos has been averted. All thanks to you, Ty the Tasmanian Tiger.
No problem, mate. I'm just doing my job.
Oh! Bit weird not having pupils. Is that meant to be my mum and dad that just popped out of the dreaming because we've restored everything? Because they were in the dreaming, which is like that weird dimension. Woo! My mum and dad are back! Yeah! Now something... I'll wait. I'll wait to the end of the credits. Yeah, it's a nice little different game mechanic they throw in at the end there. As like, just like a little, this is the final boss, you've never encountered this, now do it. So that's quite nice. Mid-post freeze, yeah, so 90s, right? Smashed it. Yeah, now there's a story thread that I'm ignoring for now, because I want to see if there's like a post-credit scene or something. But they've not actually referenced it at all. But like, that turnaround from Sly, what the heck was that about? Like, I say dislike, sure. But suddenly it's like, you lied to me, Cass, and you're just like, what did he lie to you about? We don't know anything about why you're helping him, or what he said to you. There's like, that's so like, there are two different things there. So I don't really understand like what he lied about. I guess lied about what happened to his family or something. You could easily go like, oh yeah, he lied to him about his family, that because because they were all in the dream, obviously. And so it's like, oh, he
What are
said
you
that he was
still doing
abandoned.
here? The game's over. Go read a book or something.
Podcast told me to reread a book. But yeah, that sort of thing, and you just go, oh, there we go, skipped it. See, now that... So there's the post-credit scene of a character called Psy. You know, CY. But my thing with that... Well, my thing with Sly is in the next game we find out that Sly is Ty's brother. Now, we don't just find that out. Like, it's just like, oh yeah, this is common knowledge. Sly is Ty's brother. And you just go, what? Why are those two things synonymous? Like, when has that been talked about or discovered? Now, and this is the other thing. Tasmanian Tiger 2 has nothing to do with that Psy character. That Psy character is very much a rip-off of Metal Sonic, because this is trying to compete with Sonic and Mario and all those sort of things, and Crash Bandicoot. But Psy is like it's this big reveal of like he's going to be like the big bad in the next game or something. But nothing happens to him. Like, I think he appears in Tasmanian Tiger 2, but there's like lots of him, and they're just like generic robots they kind of use for things. There's no like Psy is the villain or anything like that. So that feels like this weird reveal at the end, and there's no real need for it. It's very strange. But there we are, ladies and gentlemen. All the talismans are back to normal. Now, I don't know where these bonus worlds are and how that works. But as you can see, it is counted as 100% completion. So yeah, there's a lot of random things they established at the end of this game. It makes you really excited for a sequel that never comes in the way you expect it to. So I wonder... I'm just going to have a quick look. Hopefully this doesn't... Has it muted me? It hasn't muted me this time. Good. How do I finish the game 100%? The bonus world will appear in the cave behind the waterfall in Rainbow Cliffs. So let's just have a quick look at that. Oh yeah, I can see it from here. Oh, and I've got the Doomerang. I've just got it now. Oh, amazing. You just get to have the Doomerang. That's a little bit insane. Oh, and every time you use it, you can control it. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. Nope, and faceplant, of course. Oh my gosh. I forgot you actually get the Doomerang, because again, I never collected all the things, which is how, by getting 100%, you allow yourself the ability for the bonus levels. But because I never collected everything, it therefore meant I never unlocked the 2 bonus levels. Bonus world. And so that, ladies and gentlemen, is where we will end today. Sorry about some of the tech issues, my mic turning off and stuff, but hopefully you've enjoyed this journey of Ty. We will do the bonus worlds in the next episode of this. We managed to collect everything in the levels that we had, and we have now unlocked the bonus worlds, and we defeated Boss Cass and showed him what for. So thank you all so much for watching. If you haven't already and you're watching, thank you for stopping by. Thank you, for supporting me in this journey. Continue to do so. Please feel free to follow me or give this video a like, or give it a share. The video will be live very soon after this anyway as a VOD. So thank you all so much for stopping by. Thank you, Vanessa and Steffi, for keeping me company in the chat. As always, really appreciate you guys stopping by. I love chatting to you guys regularly. This was fun. We've got one more, probably, at least one more of Ty left to do these bonus ones, which I've never seen, so I'm doing those totally blind. So it'll be fascinating to see. But thank you all so much for joining me. Thank you all for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Ta-ta for now.